Hi, Coach John here, and today I want to take you through the warm-up and warm-up design and the elements that should be included in a warm-up so that it's quick, efficient, and gets you ready to perform for your workout. So in the warm-up we have three parts that we're looking to cover. The first is the mobilization phase, mobilizing all your joints, especially your shoulders, through your hips, knees, ankles, get them ready for the rigors of the workout to come. This can be done through stretching, mobilization, just moving through range of motion, foam rolling as well, just to loosen up the muscles so that we can get through that full range of motion. The second part is activation. Activation is where we focus on specific muscles and get them ready to work out, creating that mind-muscle memory, especially for weaker muscles that we tend not to use too much. Maybe if we're looking to improve our posture, we can be focusing on the small muscles in the middle of the back, or if you have sort of pelvic tilts, you can be focusing on your glutes, your adductors, your shoulders, anything like that, to mobilize and get them ready for the workout ahead. And finally is movement preparation. This is where we're trying to elevate the heart rate. So performing any exercise is going to jack up your heart rate and start to move your body through the motion that you're going to be performing. So if you're doing squats, maybe we start off with some air squats before adding a bit of weight before we get under that barbell. Or if we're doing cleans or something like that, we're practicing some high pulls, we're getting explosive, board jumps, high jumps, anything like that, just to get that explosive power. So it should be quite specific to the movements that you're going to be performing during your workout. So with all that said, I'm going to take you through a warm-up that I like to do. That's a general warm-up that should prepare you for almost any workout that you're going to do. So let's get on it. So we're going to begin this workout by beginning to mobilize the shoulders. So we're going to stand about feet hip width apart. Okay? The rib cage is going to be down. The core is going to be engaged. Glutes squeezed, shoulders round and back. We're going to begin with 10 large shoulder circles, nice and small, slow movements. And we're going to slowly build the pace up. We're going to go 10 to 20 times forwards. All the while keeping that rib cage down, keeping that butt engaged. Now we're going to go backwards. Really trying to reach up, get those shoulders fully open and moving. Alright, so 10 to 20 of those. Next exercise, we're going to start to open that chest up. So pulling those elbows back and crisscrossing the arms. So first time the right's on top, then the left's on top. Each time pulling those elbows back, trying to open up the chest. Good, shaking up the arms. Next we're going to move down to the hip crease. This time we're going to do some good mornings. So we're going to take the hands behind the head. We're not going to push the head forward, just rest them on your neck. Feet remain at hip width apart, core engaged. And we're just going to hinge at the hips, pushing the butt back so we start to engage our hamstrings. Squeeze the glutes, stand up tall. We can do 10 of those. So the next exercise that we're going to do now, we're going to begin to open up our hip flexors. So we get in a lunge position here. Right leg bent at 90 degrees. We take our two hands, place them just inside the foot. From here, we pull the left knee off the floor. And we're going to drive our hips down in a forward, down and forward position. So from here, down. We're going to go for about 5 pulses. After that, to take our butt round in a circle, starting to mobilize the ankle joint. So in that same position here, we're going to start to move round in a circle. Trying to keep that back flat, hips driving down and forwards. After about 5 circles of that, your right knee forward, you're going to take your right elbow, bring it down to the ankle, track it up the shin, reach up to the sky. Come down again, down to the ankle, and track it back up. Trying to open up our back now. We're going to do that 5 times, turn over onto the other side, onto the other foot. Each time trying to get a little bit lower. Good, so after 5 times, swapping over, bringing the left leg forward, 90 degrees. 2 hands down inside, right knee off the floor. Start by pulsing forwards. 5 or 6 pulses, driving those hips down and forwards. Then going to go into the round circles. Trying to make nice big circles with your hips, really trying to mobilize and activate this ankle. And finally, taking the left elbow down to the left ankle and opening up. 5 of these. We've started to mobilize the whole body. The next stage, we're going to start to activate some of our major muscles that we're going to be using. So the first exercise that I like to do is shoulder taps. Okay, this we're going to sit in a nice plank position, core tight, but we'll be putting some weight through the shoulders. So just starting to get them under some weight bearing, starting to wake them up a little bit. So from here, we come up onto our toes. We're nice and flat, our core is engaged, our butt is squeezed. From here, keeping the back flat, we take our left hand, touch it up to our right shoulder, and down. Swap sides, right to left, down. Looking for about 10 to 20 taps in total. Good. So once you've done 10 to 20, starting to wake up the shoulders. Next exercise I like to do is to work into the middle of the upper back, and it's a scapular push-up. Scapular push-up, what we're aiming to do, with our arms straight, pulling our shoulder blades together, and then driving away. So from the side, we come back into that plank position, nice and engaged. We retract our shoulder blades, pulling them together, our arms nice and straight, before driving them away, rounding out our upper back, pulling them back together and driving away. What we don't want to see is trying to pull our shoulders up to our ears. This is purely down and up, down and up. And again, we're probably looking for about 10 retraction. After we've done the back, I like to work on my glutes. Get my glutes firing, make sure that our posterior chain is nice and warm, ready for some power and strength as we move into our workouts. So to do this, we lie down on our backs. Our feet are out round about sort of 60 degrees, something like that in bend. Relax the head. From here, you're going to squeeze your glutes, drive up into a bridge position, making sure that you keep your knees in. So we don't want to have our knees pressed out as we drive up. Make sure our knees are together. We're going to hold this for a couple of seconds before relaxing down, but just try to keep your hips off the floor so that you can get your hands underneath. Drive up again and relax. We're looking for about 10 raises in total. If that's easy for you and you want a bit more of a challenge, you can raise one leg up in the air. From here, just squeeze your opposite leg. Squeeze the glutes, exactly the same. Hold for a couple of seconds before coming down. Drive up again, hold for a couple of seconds, and relax. Go 10 on one side, swap sides, drive up again, and back down. Drive up again, and back down. So that would complete the mobilization and the activation stage. The next part would be your movement preparation. So whether that means that you jump on a treadmill, you jump on a row-up, you do some skipping, burpees, try to raise that heart rate up. I like to do something like a 30-second work, 30-second rest on the rower, on the assault bike, on the treadmill. If I'm at home and I don't have those things, jump jacks, skipping, anything like that, it's just going to get your heart rate up, ready to crush the workout that's coming ahead. So good luck. Hope you found this video informative. Good workout that you can take with you to do anywhere. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to get back to you.